I'm Mike Robach, and I'm chairman of the board of directors of the Global Food Safety Initiative.
My name is Mark Burgum. I'm with the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, and my role has been ever since Berlin. And 4 years ago, when we started this project, I work with the Organizing Committee of the GFSI, and we bring a regulator's perspective to this type of forum.
Hi, I'm Hans Burger from the Netherlands Food and Consumer Product Safety Authority. Already for a long time I joined the GFSI community, and I'm Senior Advisor Food Safety in the Netherlands.
G2B stands for Government-to-Business, and this is something that we started 3 years ago in Berlin, where we tried to get the companies of GFSI in a room with regulators from around the world, so we could start discussing common opportunities to advance food safety around the globe.
The Netherlands and the Canadian authorities, we have some common long history about the consideration of the use of private assurance schemes in our public oversight. So actually in 2016 we got the idea to see whether or not more and more countries could be involved in this policy, in this thought. So we encountered GFSI, and they were immediately very excited about organizing and facilitating a G2G meeting.
In that committee, we had a wide array of perspectives. We had IECA, we had Codex, we had a number of regulators, as well as, of course, the Organizing Committee of GFSI as well. So we brought together a unique number of perspectives to help to really flesh out the approach that we would use this year, to really deepen the conversation and broaden the perspectives at the workshops. And through those workshops, we really did get to a point where we had a wide variety of perspectives. We had 29 different competent authorities, 29 different countries, 10 different intergovernmental organizations, and they all participated in a very deep and meaningful way.
It's good to have a G2G meeting as a safe setting for governments. But for public-private cooperation or public-private partnership, you need the connection between the private sector and the government sector, the public sector. So it's a logic step to have a G2G meeting, and on top of that we have a G2B meeting. We invite industry around the table where governments are already sitting and interact more and have discussions on another level perhaps about information exchange. What are the responsibilities of governments? What are the responsibilities of the private sector? Where's the overlap? But for a cooperation and partnership, you need to exchange information. What type of information? And that are not the difficult, but the challenging questions, and that is where we have to make steps. And therefore, I think the G2B meeting is a perfect setting to talk about these issues.
We said at the beginning of the meeting that we can't do this alone. The private sector can't do it alone, the government can't do it alone, and there's a realization that we're a heck of a lot more effective working together than we are working apart.
It has been so unique because it's the only informal opportunity to bring together regulators and industry and intergovernmental organizations. And over that time, since Berlin, we have evolved, we've matured the relationship, where I think there's honest conversations that happen, and we've seen that in terms of the level of understanding being raised over those years, and I think there's been meaningful outcomes, such as the STDF project proposals, but also I think the rapid pace with which we've proceeded through the Codex guidance. We've moved that much faster than I think we would have otherwise.
I would underline the word partnership, because it's not a top-down or whatever. It's about responsibilities, roles, tasks, but also the synergies. Looking for the synergies between the self-regulation in the private sector and the responsibilities of governments. So, and I think the G2B is a great platform for that. And well, GFSI, the board of GFSI is always asking, how can we support governments to make the first step, to make the next step? So there's really a drive on both sides to go further.
The fourth year was so special because we had a record number of governments and intergovernmental organizations in attendance. We also had a change in the way that we had the program put together. Before it was around presentations and almost lectures from different parties. This year we broke the group up into workshops. So we actually got down, rolled up our sleeves, and got some work done in the areas of capacity building and then data sharing and transparency.
Well, it changed. The first 3 years, I think, were more or less not the same, but on a safe level. Getting governments around the table to get more acquainted to the public-private cooperation and how governments can make use of private certification. But actually this year we made a large step because we had real good discussions about the information exchange, but also the global markets program and how developing countries can enjoy this development and take benefit from the growth and the self-regulation in the private sector.
There's no question that this year has been the best yet. We do have some meaningful outcomes from the discussions we've had in the workshops. On the data sharing and transparency, we've now got the genesis of a working group that is going to take that conversation even deeper, working with GFSI and the certification program owners to really explore that in more depth. On the capacity building, we have launched a project proposal with the STDF, working with a number of developing countries, IECA, COMESA, to really get something practical going in looking at how do we get on a regional basis with developing countries so that they start to understand and increase their level of comfort with certification.
It's a perfect combination of having G2G meetings in a safe surrounding, meeting industry in the G2B meeting, but also being part of the GFSI community and GFSI village. So in an informal way you can exchange information, you can meet colleagues, experts, etc. all over the world. And this might be a great opportunity to see what's going on in the private sector. If you were anxious about it, you can feel, well, they have all the same goal. That's safe food for our people.